Well, good morning, all empathic, sensitive souls. Happy Monday. Oh, it's great. It's a Monday again, isn't it? Well, I certainly wasn't feeling that way this morning. The alarms went off. I didn't want to get up. I spent a very restless night. I find myself being stuck in the perpetual loop of repetitive behavior. And I can see myself doing this, but it's part of being stuck in your emotions. So far we've been covering all sorts of things being stuck in your emotions, from persistent sadness and anxiety, lack of motivation, that overthinking, the physical tension, the emotional numbness. We've covered indecisiveness, irritability, isolation, and now we're into repetitive behavior. But what is repetitive behavior? It is unproductive behavior like endless scrolling on social media, binge watching TV shows, and we use it as an escape or a distraction. So I got to thinking about this because this is the problem I had last night. I had laundry to do, I had dishes to do, I had garbage to get out, I had a birthday party to go to yesterday. I had all these things that I had to do, but I don't want to do them. So what do? I sit and I scroll through social media. But why? One, it's a distraction because I don't want to do the things I have to do. So if I'm busy scrolling, I can't do my dishes. Two, I've discovered that because I don't spend a lot of time face to face with a lot of other people, it's a way for me to connect to another human face. I found when I didn't have, TV, it was very difficult for me because I didn't have any interaction. And I didn't necessarily have to watch the TV, but it was another voice, it was another human in my little bubble of a world I was in. And of course, it's an escape, right? I don't want to deal with the dirty dishes. I'm going to escape to watching some murder mystery in paradise, right? But how do we get out of this? How do I get out of this perpetual loop of being stuck? I'm stuck. I feel like I'm a recorder and it's on the continual loop button and I just keep playing it every night after I come home from work. It's the same thing over and over again. So what do? We have to acknowledge, and this seems to be true for everything that we have been talking about, is we need to acknowledge it and accept that, man, I'm kind of stuck right now. And it's okay to feel this way. It's very frustrating for me. I'm not quite sure how I feel besides stuck, but it's okay. I'm okay. Sometimes it helps to identify what triggers it. For me, it's if I'm coming home and it's my thought pattern because I catch myself doing it. I'm paying close attention to what I'm thinking, and depending on which course my thoughts take is depending on what I set myself up for once I get home. Oh, I'm tired. Work was stressful. So what am I going to do? Come home, take a nap. And then I get absolutely nothing done. I sit and I scroll or I watch TV. I don't get done the things I need to do. So I have to really watch my inner dialogue when I'm coming home from work. If I've had a really stressful day, I will rant and rave all the way home, not at anybody because I live rural, there's not a ton of traffic. But by the time I get home, I feel better because I release all the anxiety from the day. So I have to pay attention to what my triggers are. For me, it's a thought pattern. For other people, it could be a specific person that you run into and you want to escape from the drama that they create, which could be in your household, or for me, it's at work. And you would think that by leaving work, it would release that trigger, that activation, but I have to complain and get it out. And then once it's out, I feel better. And then I can continue with my night. I'm working on the next point, which is shifting my focus gradually. It starts small by me acknowledging, knowing if I go down this path of thought on the way home, what's going to happen. So I'm shifting my focus to not go down that path, but to pick a path of, you know, this is life, this is what happens. It's okay. It's okay to feel your feelings, and it's okay to do something else besides go home and take a nap. I'm shifting my focus on the behavior that sets me up to behave the way I really don't want to do anymore into something new. And it's not a strong arm tactic. It's a, you know, we can change this. We can do, you're strong enough, you're smart enough, we can change this. And then my next point is challenge the storyline that I'm telling myself. We often create a story and the emotions around the story. And this is what I do when I'm ranting and raving on the way home of all the injustice that has occurred today and how can people. I have to change that story to look at it from a different perspective, look at it from their perspective. They didn't know any better. Shifting that narrative into, it is what it is, it will be what it will be. Ranting and raving, it doesn't really get me anywhere. It kind of gets a lot of the blah out. But if I can shift that narrative to not be so angry, not be so upset, not be so indignified, it helps change how I feel by the time I get home. So I don't do the endless scrolling or the binge watching. Of course, we always have grounding and mindfulness in there, right? Because grounding, especially with the earth, I like to wear shoes. I am not a big one for going barefoot. It stems back from growing up on a farm and stepping on nails. I have an issue with that. I like to wear shoes. But I will stand outside and I will put my hands on the tree as I go by. I will stand outside and hang onto the deck, and a lot of times it's take a deep breath and let it out. It's a good day. I had a great day. I'm going to have a great night. And sometimes I come in and I put on a video of mindfulness and I sit and I listen and I let it wash over me and I release and let go of all that energy that I've been carrying that isn't helpful. One of my most favorite ones is to seek support. I'll call my sister, I'll call my cousin, we'll rant, we'll rave, we'll share stories, we'll share war stories, and try to brainstorm on how to change. How to change the situation, how to change my thinking about it, how to change the narrative. And again, the best one ever, self-compassion. Be your own best friend. What would you tell your friend? Be gentle with yourself. It's so easy to get frustrated, especially when you're stuck, because it's another layer added on the top. It's the straw that broke the camel's back. Treat yourself with kindness and patience. You're not the only one going through this. We have to hold hands. We have to help hold each other up. As an intuitive emotional healer, that's part of my job. If you want to break through this being stuck, this I can't get out of this perpetual loop, try to reset your mindset. If you need help with that, let me know. Put it in the comments, send me an email. Connect with me. I love helping people shift the emotion and to see the light of a smile on their face when they realize, oh, that was a relief. Oh my goodness, I can get through this now. Sometimes you just need a different perspective and you need to work through some emotions. I can help you with that. Connect with me. I'm usually around. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic week. Happy Monday. It's going to be a great day. It is a great day. It's going to be a great week. I have complete faith. We have cooler weather. Yay! I finally get to wear my sweaters again. Of course, I go from Arctic to subarctic to tropical rainforest in about an hour's time at work. Sometimes I have Arctic at foot level and tropical rainforest at head level. It depends on the sun and it depends on the air conditioning or the heat. Sometimes it's both in the same hour. It's just crazy. That office space is insane. But I look at it as a mini vacation every day that I go to work because I never know if I'm going to see Alaska or if I'm going to go down to Puerto Rico. It's hard to say where I'm going to be in any given day in my own little office with my temperatures. Craziness. Have a fantastic week, everyone. I'll talk to you on Wednesday. Bye for now.